Hello, it's Gordy Smith here from the New Zealand Avalanche Centre, and just an update for the Wananka Regional Backcountry Avalanche forecast. If you haven't been out in the last couple of days, then you've probably got 1 or 2 days left, with Friday and Saturday having a bit of high pressure before the next system comes in, and there's been some very good skiing to be had. There is a bit of instability still lurking around, and you can see from this slide here a very large slide at summit slopes of Treble Cone, and similar slopes in the backcountry that some of the heli operators have bombed and triggered. There's a deep instability, quite sensitive, and so it's becoming less likely that you'll trigger it perhaps, but the consequences are still very large, as you can see from this photo and the small cat for scale clearing the debris. This crown wall up here was over a metre for about just over 100 metres wide, so quite a large slide and pretty much unsurvivable. The good news is, if you stick to other slopes and other inclines, sort of lower angle stuff, you can find some really good stuff. I'm just going to show you where you might find some of that if you access the backcountry via Treble Cone. So here we are with an overview of Lake Wanaka, and we're going to zoom into Treble Cone and that large avalanche that just happened down in there, and we're just going to zoom in as it does, a bit jerky. So this blue blob sort of represents the large avalanche we just had a picture of, and the summit slopes of Treble Cone. And it's quite common for people to go south along the ridge here, from the top of the quad chair along what is called Tim's Table, and this is all good low angle stuff as you go out to the boundary, and as you wind your way around, you'll come past a place called Wedding Cake Rock, and this area has got the exact same sort of snowpack characteristics as the summit slopes and the other places that have that deep instability. It's quite steep, and it's shady, and it's facing the same direction, it's at the same elevation. This would be a place to really avoid. The big area marked in green is a lot lower angle, and even if it is the same aspect, it doesn't have the same sort of weaknesses, or at least tension, in the snowpack, because it's not quite as steep. So that would be a really good place to target, and I was out there today getting some very nice turns. There's some frost-dried snow out there, and quite long runs, just a little further to walk there and back from the boundary. So here's some of the surface snow. You can see it's quite frost-dry. There's a lot of surface haul growing, or frost growing, on the current surface, so be wary of that. And I'll show you a quick view from the ridge, and it's quite different on the other side of the ridge into the west and southwest aspects. So if you do get to that sort of a southwest northeast type of ridge that leads on past the Towers Ridges, you'll be able to look straight up the Blue Creek, which is the drainage that comes out of Black Peak, which is just by my hand there. And as we pan around, you'll see that it's quite shiny, where this crust, it's quite a butty crust, a rime crust that's on this west and southwest aspect, where the wind has whipped it off. All the recent weather has put the snow onto these leeward, or the shadier side. So be really wary in that steep area I was showing you before in the red, but the green area of lower angle, that should be some really good skiing and boarding, good easy travel and safe lines to be had. Get out there before the next system comes in. We'll catch you again soon.